The Horse in the Attic. I carefully unravelled the sticky tape from the mysterious cardboard box. Inside was a collection of antique horses, knights and bandits. Suddenly the hairs on my neck pricked up as I felt a chilling wind. I felt compelled to pick up a strange figurine from the box. It was a chocolate brown horse with a small splash of white on its nose and little white socks. I examined the rough metal, and after a couple of minutes I spotted an inscription on the underbelly of the horse. It was in a peculiar language that wasn't English, but somehow I could understand it. Transportation? The word rolled off my tongue in the unfamiliar language. Suddenly I was consumed by a hot, heavy sensation. A wave of fire lurched over me, and I felt silky fur under my legs. I seemed to be on a horse, uncannily like the horse figurine I'd just found. Where was I? Steely grey clouds hung high in the sky as I rode through the barren flax and olive terrain. Wherever it wasn't the attic. Coarse hands then seized my arms. "We got one of 'em, a Graham!" belted a raspy voice in the peculiar language. I looked back to see a massive creature with a revolting face and a blood-curdling smile. Then another creature bellowed, "You sheep gave us people disease, so I kill you people back." He spoke like a gruff toddler, with big gaps between sentences and difficulty pronouncing the most simple of words. I glanced around. Several men triple the size of me were rounding people up, and I counted 6 others being taken. We were all on horses. I could feel mine quivering. He stared directly at me. "You pay for what you did," he growled, an array of gleaming, moonlight-coloured knives in his belt and a shimmering spear in his immense hand. His hair was repulsive. It was the colour of ash, and his face was as large as a saucepan and so deformed I could hardly look at him. He edged towards me, hand on his spear, poised to attack. Neighs of horses and people barking orders masked the petrified whimper that escaped my mouth. Just as the man held the spear inches away from my chest, I suddenly remembered how I got here. "Transportation!" I blurted. A look of confusion crossed his face, but that was all I saw before the now familiar, uncomfortable wave of fire caressed my arms and legs. I'd returned to the attic, which remained untouched. The statue of the horse was on the floor, frozen. I heard my mum call my name, saying it was time for lunch. "Coming, Mum," I squawked, rapidly exiting the attic. Meanwhile, a noise emanated from the box in the attic. A small figure of a man with a belt of glinting knives and a spear in his hand shuffled around inside the box, until eventually tumbling over the edge and onto the floor.
Please hang up and try again.